here on this highway, rolling on now 20 years. Just like my dad before me, coffee, blood, sweat, and tears. I'm addicted to the white line, a prisoner of the road. Ain't no cure for this disease, it brings us outlaws and rogues. When they locked me up, they handed me the keys. I'm pulling 18 years of life with no chance of parole. My heart belongs to Jesus, but this highway owns my soul. It's a crime, I'm doing time just to send it on down the line. I'm pulling 18 years, 18 years, 18 years of life. Some say I'm semi-crazy, my God, it's hard to tell. This diamond and milk and leather just might be my padded sail. Those pictures on my dashboard where I've watched my kids grow up, I thank God they understand the cost of diesel in my blood. They know this rambling man and what sets me free. I'm pulling 18 years to life, no chance of parole. My heart belongs to Jesus, but this highway owns my soul. It's a crime, I'm doing time just to send it on down the line. I'm pulling 18 years, 18 years, 18 years of life. No chance of parole. My heart belongs to Jesus, but this old highway owns my soul. It's a crime, I'm doing time just to send it on down the line. I'm pulling 18 years, 18 years, 18 years of life. There's no escaping this addiction, so until the day I die,
welcome in, everybody. What's going on? Hello, Miss Day. How are you? Good evening, dear. Good to see you. Good to see you too, Michael. What's up, my brother from another mother? Yep, that's what it is. As you can see, Left Lane said hello to everybody. Back tonight, we got quite a bit of different things I want to go. I want to give a shout out to Shaggy Consultants. He gave me couple of good ideas. I was on his program. I think it was Wednesday morning. He had it was talking with Shaggy, and I was on there. We were talking about different things, what owners are doing or not doing, and I was telling them what the expenses are and why I wouldn't let a truck leave a shop, at least my shop, in some of the conditions that goes on with what these drivers, owner operators, and these new guys. I'm not saying the old school guys that know the rules and knows what's going on, and that. So things like that. We were trying to, as you can see, why? Oh, I know why it is not popping up there because, it's not my name tag. All right, so as you can see, if you look on there, I think it's because it's minimized. Let me put it back up to nope, I guess it ain't going to do it. So we're going to leave it at that. Off to South Carolina next week with a 330 GC Cat. Yeah, you got one of those nice ones. Mm-hmm. Oh, 330s are actually nice. They actually do a lot of good work. They actually run nice and smooth, but they're a little bit on the heavy side. This week I sat there and had to run escort. We moved a 470 Hitachi, which is its main gross weight was 136,000 by itself with the machine, and then you figure our 4-axle Globe trailer, which is actually a Rogers, but they've now gone to Globe, but so might as well call it a Globe trailer, which is our 70-ton 4-axle, and then we have our 4-axle 2013 K-Dub with the ISX Cummins in it. It's been tweaked just a little bit. Just saying. Just saying. So, as I was saying, I was on Shaggy's show. Me and him were talking, and with some of the drivers and getting back and forth with some of the owners and owner operators, what they go back and through on what they do for inspections. When do you do inspections? How many times do you drivers actually get out and check your brakes and actually see if they're adjusted right and making sure they're actually where they're supposed to be and actually working properly? Because we had a few of them actually come on there and say, hey, I don't know why, but I got one axle that's locking up, but the other three ain't. And I got one that's locking up, one axle locking up on a trailer, and the other two ain't. I mean, we were talking in between detaches, Conestogas, and we were getting into the reefer units, and a lot of them, it's because not every day do everybody get out of there and look and check and see where your slack adjusters are sitting at, or see if they're adjusted right, or if they've the brake pads have gotten down. Because I know a lot of people, and I know the DOT says it's 15 minutes pre-trip, 15-minute post-trip. And if you see something on your post-trip, but who's going to get underneath driving all day, get underneath a hot-ass truck and trailer and check their brake pads to see if the brake pads are worn or if they're sitting right where they need to be? Not a lot of them. Not everybody's going to be sitting there going, oh, damn, I need to go get brakes put on this thing. I mean, sometimes you can feel it. Sometimes you can tell when it's out of adjustment. But the new guys, they were having issues trying to figure it out because with the trailers being ABS and the trucks being ABS, they're having a hard time cipher if it was the ABS that's not coinciding working right the way it's adjusting the brakes when they're slowing down, or if it's the trailer in that's out of adjustment. So, one of the things that I always check my brakes daily. One of the things to do is, I understand if you're on dry pavement, get on there and look. You can tell if your brakes are an eighth of an inch off the drum, you're good. If they're any further than that, you need to adjust them. And the easiest way to do, usually there are 9/16 or there are 7/16. It all depends, and there's some of them that are half-inch. And it's usually a pop pin, and that sleeve on some of them, they get dirty from the brake dust and grease, and it don't hurt. If you take a little bit of PB Blaster or WD-40, spray it off, take a hammer, or a lot of people take a ratchet, but I'd say take it like a small little, like an in-house small framing hammer, tap it, make sure it moves up and down, get it freely to where you can actually take a wrench and shove it down on there and then adjust your brakes. And what you want to do is take it, adjust it all the way till it gets tight. And then you want to back it off a half a turn. A lot of people say quarter, but on these newer trucks and newer trailers, it's a half a turn because the play in them is not like they used to be. It's not like where you turn a quarter and you're up. It's now a half a turn on some of them. So just saying, at least do that. At least check your brakes once a month on the actual depth on the pads. You may have them adjusted. They might be working right, but just once a month, check the pad depth just to make sure you're not running into issues. That way, if you got new pads on the trailer, let's say if you got new pads on one axle, but you got used pads on the other, it's better off if you're going to put pads on it, put pads all the way around it. It's safer on you. It's better for you. And that way, if you get pulled over, do a DOT inspection, you're right there. And I know a lot of y'all are probably still watching the race, at Daytona race. So I don't know if it's still running or not. I know it started, but I know that's probably where some of my viewers are at. We're going to get into a couple things tonight. First thing, anybody that's going to Arizona this week, anybody going to Arizona this week, you need to watch it, because guess what? Arizona is doing a major commercial vehicle enforcement blitz taking place, which will be this coming week in Arizona. Let's get into this topic a little bit, and we'll get into this and we'll go through it. Arizona Department of Public Safety, which is the DPS, will be conducting a commercial vehicle enforcement detail on major interstates starting as on Monday. So as of tomorrow morning, you will be having this issue. February 20th, 2023 through Friday, February 24th. Arizona DPS Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Task Force, which is the CVETF. Hey, Mr. I don't know, Roger McDuck, you live out there. I'm just letting you know you're in Arizona, so just to let you know, you might want to take a gander at what's going on. We'll conduct Operation Southern Shield. Troopers will be enforcing their efforts on I-10 from Phoenix to New Mexico state line and on I-19 through Tucson to the international border. So they're probably going to be trying to check everything between brakes, tires, lights, air hoses, airlines, tanks. Make sure your tanks are drained. A lot of people have been not checking their air tanks. Please, it don't take much at the end of the day before you shut your truck off, or you shut your truck off and you go in to get a shower. Take it, bleed your tanks. Bleed them completely empty. Let them drain. You'll get the water, moisture, whatever little bit of oil residue out of them. Let them blow out till they're completely empty. When you get back, come back, close the valves, restart it up. That way you got fresh air in the tanks. You got rid of the moisture. If you guys ain't done it in a while, this may take 2 or 3 times to do that, just to make sure you're not getting any water in the lines, because these guys are slicking up. They've been, we've had them do them to us here lately. They've been taking starter fluid and spraying around the the couplers where it connects from the trailer, from the pigtails to the trailer, and the glad hands, and they're spraying it around the glad hands. And what they're doing is seeing if there's moisture coming out of it, because the alcohol out of the starter fluid will dry it out. And then if they move it a little bit and see moisture, bubbles, anything like that, then they know there's moisture in the lines. And the first thing they're going to go is go heat your tanks. And if they see any water coming out of them, they will down you until that water is mostly dissipated or gone out of your tanks. And you may end up sitting there for 2 or 3 hours trying to recycle all your airlines and everything else. And it's just a headache. So I'm just letting you know this is some of the stuff that they are now starting to do. And they're making sure all these violations are not going to be happening. During this operation of Southern Shield, officers will be targeting hazardous driving violations, lane changes with no turn signals, speeding, getting pissed off at another driver, trying to cut him off, or getting too close, getting over when another vehicle is trying to pass you too. You know, these are the things that they're looking as hazardous driving. Or if they catch you looking at your cell phone or tablet, or if you're on the phone and you find your phone in your hand, because here lately a lot of them's been doing that, and I've been seeing a lot of them. I got footage. I'm really not trying to call out names, but I do have footage and company trucks, and there is certain drivers of a certain group that are doing it really, really bad, and it may have to be known, and I may have to put up the videos to prove it, just to let them know that it's not that I'm being singling out anybody. It's just they ain't giving a crap about the law or paying attention to what's going on. So let's get back. Arizona DPS says that the non-commercial vehicle drivers who operate unsafely around trucks will also be targeted during the blitz. Good. Finally, that means they're going to get the four-wheelers too that's going to act stupid, brake checking and cutting people off. And, oh, I can beat this truck to my exit. This is good news. I like it. They're actually putting that in there. Finally. Operation Southern Shield will be conducted with the assistance of the federal, well, we all know the FMCSA, which is the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, the Pinal County Sheriff's Office, the Marianna Police Department, the Oro Valley Police Department, and the Tucson Police Department are the ones that are going to be involved in this. So that is that part on there. Plus, just to let you know, we also have coming up here soon, Love's which is a major truck stop chain, is now opening up 25 more new stores in 2023. So just to let you know, we do have new stores coming out for them. I just wanted to bring that up and let you all know about that. So that's what's going on. Alrighty, let me get this off of here and we'll go back into much other thing. Hold on, let me see what Michael says over here. Don't watch duck racing anymore. Oh, well, yeah, you ain't joking. I don't watch duck racing neither. I ain't watched it in a long time. What'd you say? Too much of that going on. Oh, well, I'm telling you, too much of that duck racing going on now. I mean, just in what they got going on in this crap. You know, man, it must be sunny somewhere because I see someone in the background sitting there in the sun. Hey, you don't have to stop. I know what you're doing. You can finish what you're doing there. You can finish what you're doing. I ain't stopping you. You know how it is. Hey, you're a truck driver. You got to do what you got to do, you know? That's just the way it is. I do have a couple drivers in the background that are sitting back here that are wanting to get in, but I know one of them is sitting there trying to eat his lunch, and the other one looks like he's picking his nose and scratching his head and hoping the hair grows back. I'm just saying. Just saying. I mean, you know, because, you know, he drives that big old green quack kind of looking thing. It's a big green quack. Oh, and then I was going through doing some research because I know the shows are fixing to come up. So I do have an interview that's coming up. I believe it's Friday night. So I may do it live just to let you know. I do have an interview that's coming up, and it's going to be quite a big deal. So I planned for it to be on Friday. But if not, if we have to do it sooner, that's fine with me. I can always do the pre-recording and then play it for y'all, and then we'll take questions and go from there. But it's got quite a bit of things that are going on. It's going to be a little bit about this person that's going to be in it, because I'm keeping that a secret until it's about time. But it's going to be a little bit what's going to happen in the next couple of months with this person. It's also going to be what's coming out and what's coming up that's really going to boost and help this person. I think it's going to be a lot of great deals that's going to work out. Plus, I also think it's time for him to or her to get themselves out there and say their piece that they needed to be saying. Yeah. Not mentioning names. Truck and Unicorn, just saying. Yeah. Just saying. Not mentioning names. Just saying. But yeah, that's what's going on there. But yes, so we got that going on. And then there's the issues. Because like I said, they're going to go over everything on trailers. They're going to go everything on trucks, lights, airlines, pigtails. Make sure your beds are made, because I did read up on them. Make sure your beds are made, because if it's not, Arizona will ticket you for it. Just to let you know. Some of y'all might say, yeah, whatever. Oh, no. It's in their list of what they're going to be looking at. Yeah, they're going back to the old school of making sure your beds are made properly. They ain't going to be picky about the sheets, but they want the bed made. And they want to make sure stuff were put up. You ain't got nothing flying around that's going to distract you. She's going to be happy in about 2 weeks. Why is she? Let me see. Trying to guess on that one. Why is she getting a new lifestyle? She might. But yeah, there's several different things that we need to hit buttons on. Oh, and this week, as you can see, my calendar's over here. You see it. I got another appointment. Hey, I've been feeling great this week. I've been doing really good. It's been nice. working my butt off at work. I've had tons of energy. I'm out here with you guys having a blast right here tonight. Like I said, during the week, I've actually been able to catch up with other people, get on other shows, talk about different things that are going on, what needs to be talked about. But yeah, I have another medicine date, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm not. I've even come up with the suggestion that I may not even go, for the simple fact I said screw it because of issues that were going on. So yeah, I may just it may turn out a different way. But I will say I do have another appointment when I show up down there, and if things are not changed or not done right to my what I see or I'm acceptable to, we will be not taking it. We will not be doing it. I will be leaving, and I will be going back home, and I will be dealing with whatever I got to deal with, and that's the way I see it. And that's coming for me because the last time I was in there, I almost had a heart attack due to the issues. Nope, I'm not playing that game. If I'm going to go, I'll go on my time. I'm not going to go because there's an IV in my arm that's causing me to be highly allergic to it. Since my pulse rate up to 200 over 110 caused me to have a heart attack. No, I'm sorry, not happening. So if they don't fix something before I go back in there, and we talk about it before we get it put in, yeah, we are not doing it. You can come to Tennessee and kick my ass. You can. Go ahead. Because I guarantee you, still ain't going to get me down there. And it still won't get me in the door. Just saying. Just saying. That's just the way that cookie crumbles. And mom's in agreement. So try to change mom's mind. That ain't going to work. So on that note, that's what I got to look forward this week. So I've been trying to stay positive, trying to keep my head up. Hey, I've actually put in some good hours this week. I was on work on time. Can you imagine? There at 6:50, 7 o'clock in the morning, instead of me rolling around at 8:45 or 7:45, 8 o'clock, because I can't get out of bed because I hurt too much, or I'm too sore, or I'm too tired, and I'm not able. And yeah, with the medicine, I can go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, or not 3 o'clock in the morning. I wish I could do that. I go to bed at 7:30, 8 o'clock, get home, walk in the door. I'm already out. It's done, took all the energy out of me. And then I wake up at midnight. So yeah, and then I'm up from midnight until whenever. And it's just, it sucks. But I already know the medicine's wearing off this last week because I've had energy. I've been getting up. I've been going to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock, getting up at 4:30, getting my shower, and I'm headed to work by 5:30, quarter to 6. And by 6:30, 6:45, I'm walking in the door ready for work. It's been that kind of a deal. So I'm really feeling good about it, but I'm not liking it because everything is starting to itch. It's starting to hurt. I know the medicine's working, but I'm not going to risk me dying taking the medicine than me dealing with it and dying. I'm not saying that's what I'm doing, but I'm just saying I have my own little things I have to work out. So that's on me. And I know everybody out there is got my back, which is a good thing. Which ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just, I know, Dave. I know. Yeah, stubborn people we are. I know. Michael, I am staying strong, man. I'm doing good. That's why I said the old me is here. I'm here, full of energy, ready to go. Let's get this on. Ready to, jam out, kick some tail. That's what I'm looking at. And it's the old me is back. And I'm loving it. But Some people are saying, well, I got 2 more doses of this stuff. I got this one that's coming up this week, and then I got another one on March 16th. Both of those are not what are the best for me, because the one medicine, great, not a problem, don't have any issues. Next medicine, yeah, I have an issue with it because I'm highly allergic to it. So why am I going to take something that's going to mess me up? You know what I mean? Just saying. And on that note, we are already into the first 25 minutes, and I will be right back after this commercial break. As soon as I get it pulled up. Yep, here we go. Right after this commercial break. Right here.
All right, people, what we have here is some of this new Bull Snot waxable detail wax. I have spent many years and many times out here waxing on my truck and spraying wax on or putting wax on, and I spend more time trying to get it off than I do getting it on. So here we go. We're going to spray this on the door. I'm going to show you how quick this stuff works, and it works great. You ain't got to sit there and work with it and do this and do that. Let me see if I can find my towel. Alright, now what we're going to do, we're going to take this clean towel right here. Nice clean towel. Alright, we're going to rub it in the door. Let me show you how quick. See how it smears on? That's doing its job right there. Just smear it on. That's all you got to do. See how blurry it is? Alright. Let me show you. Alright, see how blurry that is? I just got a truck wash. It's even still pulling some dirt off. Alright, we're going to flip it around to the clean side. Let me show you how good this clear and good this stuff comes off. Look at that. Already clear. Already off. You see the difference? See that right there? Watch this. Look at that. 2 swipes and it's off. Normally it takes me about 30 minutes just to do this driver's door panel with the other product that I normally use, that I no longer use. But remember, y'all, you got to put it on with a clean towel and take it off with a clean towel. You can't take product off that you put product on with. At least I don't anyway. Look at that, y'all. Not a smear nowhere. And I'm already done with this driver's door. I got a little bit right here. Look at that, y'all. There's the results right there. Less than what? Less than a minute? No more than a minute? Bull Snot, people. I can sit here all day and tell you how good this stuff is. But the only way you're going to find out if I'm lying or telling the truth, go buy you some and try it.
What's up? All right, so we're back. See, Bull Snot, it's got good stuff. I'm telling you. I use this every day. Curable. I'm telling you, this is the best stuff. I mean, I use it on all my scars. I even put it on, on the cancer spots, which I don't know if you can see it. There it is. Which is even flattened with the ground. See, the medicine's working because it's starting to shrink them. It's taking them down to skin level. They're hiding in the skin now. I'm not bleeding from them. I'm not itch. I mean, I'm itching, but it's because the medicine's wearing off. But yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Here, I'll show it to you. Yeah, look at it. It's just a nice little paste. I mean, you just barely rub some on your fingers, and it just looks like a little coating of wax, but it ain't wax. And you take it, and I'll take it, and I'll rub it in on the bottom down here, rub it in real good. And you're talking about soft, feels good on your hands. Cannot go wrong with Bull Snot. Curable trucker hand balm. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hold on, let me see. I got a comment over here. I know, gentlemen. I see you in the background. Just hang on. Yep. Great products, Michael says. they are good products. Let me know if you're out, Michael. If you need any more, I will see what I can do about getting you some more, or trying to catch you and get you some more. Yeah, something like that. Yes, sir. Oh, there it is. See, it didn't pop up earlier, but you see who it is. See, I like this now. Now we're actually able to put our label on it to actually show you who and what I am. Well, let's get to this one here. Let's see. Who we got back there hiding in the background?
Gee, I don't know. Is there somebody in behind the background?
Yeah, it looked like a blow-up doll back there trying to hand you a cheeseburger, John. You better smack it out of your
Where? Yeah, it's old teddy bear here.
Hold on, I got one more that's wanting to come in. He's dying. I mean, he's enough that he's pulled his hair out of his head just to even try to get on here. Michael says, "Good evening, Mr. John." And that's Michael. All right, I guess I'll bring him in. I mean, even though he's a bum and he does drive for, he drives for that other guy that's got these green and orange trucks, and they keep popping up as green and orange trucks. Yeah. We all know that guy. That guy, it's over there in Wisconsin. That guy. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy.
What's up, buddy?
What are you doing there, hero?
Sitting in Beloit, waiting to unload in the morning.
Sitting in Beloit.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Oh, so you're going there and then going up to the shop, get your truck cleaned up so you can go to Matt's. Yeah, you're going to Matt's. Oh, yeah, Big Daddy said you're going.
No,
Big Daddy
sir.
said you're going. Big Daddy says you have
No,
to go.
sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah, you got to drive that new green Peterbilt.
Nope, that's Keith's
right.
truck.
That's whose?
That's Keith.
No.
Yeah.
No, I got told you had to drive that over there to the Mats and then stay there all week. Yeah.
No, sir. That's all Keith.
No, you had to stay there. So what
I ain't doing that again.
Why not? Man,
No.
Man, you ain't
That
no
was-
fun since you got old.
That was no fun last year.
Oh, bull, if it wasn't.
Well, after the show
Hey,
was fun,
hey.
but during the show was miserable.
It was fun because we had Jacinda that showed up and hung out with us twice.
Yeah.
And then we hung out over there at Taylor Barker's trailer, listening, jamming it out to music, and having a good time with your boss man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, what went wrong?
The weather.
Well, besides it being wet, rainy, and about 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh, my, that's just nothing. That's just nothing.
No, the green truck, the new truck will be there.
I figured it was.
Yeah, it's gonna be there, but I'm not gonna be there.
Mm-hmm. No, because you got to make money. Yeah.
No, I gotta go.
You
I gotta go
you
up to the
you
yard
have
anyway.
your truck running because you got to pay for the boss man and that new green truck to go to Wildwood. Yeah.
We all gonna be at Wildwood.
See, that's the reason why he's got you working. You got to pay for that ride down there.
No, I'm
Yeah.
going up to the office after I get done. After I deliver, got some things we fixing to do to my truck.
Well, it's about time. I'm tired of looking at that green and orange. It's got to have a little more chrome on there. There's not enough chrome.
No, it ain't gonna have no chrome on it. It's gonna have some more green and orange on it.
No,
but-
it's got to have more chrome, man. There's lacking on chrome. It's lacking
No.
on chrome.
No.
So, what are you up to, Mr. Teddy Bear? Where are you at?
Oh, I'm just sitting out here by Aurora, Oregon, waiting for my delivery tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. First drop, and then a second drop in Wilsonville, and then I will find out what they're going to do with me after that.
I heard that.
Most likely go get onions and apples and head back.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. So, how often does, real quick, because I know Rob, you ain't even got to go there. I already know how Rob is. We know how strict Rob is on his truck if it ain't up to par, because we know, because he likes his DOT ratings high and clean, and we also know that if you don't report it, it's your ass. Yeah, we know that too. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask the expert over here, Mr. John. How often do they do truck inspections on your all's trucks? When you all bring them in every time, or is it?
Every time we get back, they go in through the shop and they get checked out. They get fifth wheel lube. They check for windshield washer fluid. They check the oil out. They check everything on the truck. And then it goes out the door and it's ready to rock and roll. We don't leave before going through the shop. And so
that
my
means
trips are about 6 days out and back, and then they go in the shop and it gets the service.
So every 6 days, your truck is going through getting maintenance, brake checks, airlines checked, clutch adjusted, brakes adjusted, tires, all the way down from the windshield wiper fluid, motor oil, power steering, greasing the fifth wheel, making sure everything works before it leaves the yard.
Yep.
Good. And that's from Potato King, right?
Yep.
That's another good company. Like I said, I was on this week. I was on with Shaggy Consultants. He was actually doing morning coffee with Shaggy, and he's doing it every morning about 8:00, which is perfect for me because that's in between what I listen to on the radio and doing that, and then it's usually on my first run or two that I do in the mornings. So instead of me listening to regular blah 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 on the radio, I'll sit there and plug in my phone, listen to my jams, and then sometimes I'll go through Facebook, seeing what's going on first. And then usually if I see something that catches my eye, I'll pop up on it. But here lately, Shaggy's been doing quite a bit of stuff talking about, what it takes to be an owner operator. Who do you have as a shop guy? We're not just talking like Love's, Pilot, or anything like that has these makeshift so-called mechanics that are doing minor belts, tires, and brakes. We're not talking about them guys. We're talking about guys that you actually have as owner operators or as the guy that may work for a company, but the company tells you, hey, you want to take it somewhere that you know that you can trust. That's what we were talking about, was different shops and how they would do it. And they asked me because they know I do mechanic work and I also do other stuff, and I've driven trucks and I still like to drive trucks anytime I get a chance, which is fun because that's when you're outlaw, just saying. So we get into that and then we'll get on there, and we were talking about who do you have a shop with? And if like him starting he's got his brokerage, but he's also starting another platform in trucking. And he goes, well, if the way you want to do it is like if he owned a trucking company and he was looking for someone that he knew that could do the work for a certain dollar amount for every truck that he sends in there. So if he had a fleet of 20 trucks, he would sit there and hire the guy and do a full background check on them. We went through all that. And then he would tell them to take the truck. You're going to drive over here. You're going to sit over here at this shop. And you're going to take it over to Lefty's shop. Lefty's got a set deal with me. Let's say $200 a truck. I run through it. I check it. Anything that needs to be fixed right then and there, I fix it. He takes care of it before that truck leaves that shop. And we were asking how many drivers out here actually have someone like that and actually go through the time and check their truck all the time, because we know 90% of the drivers out here do not get underneath their truck and check their trucks during every pre-trip or post-trip. There's some of them that do, and I'm not faulting any of them, but we do know a lot of them don't. We know a lot of the new guys that have come in here are not even told when they're in school that you need to check your brakes and how to adjust your slack adjusters. Know when your brakes are bad before they S-cam over and you don't have brakes. Things like that. And that's what we were talking about. So I figured, well, you know what? We could bring some of that over here and carry it on and see and get some ideas where you guys would do that. Especially like Michael. Where do you guys get your service and maintenance done? Or are you doing that at home yourself and double checking it, making sure you know what's done and how it's done to make sure you're running right? Because I know, what was it, last weekend? Was it last? Yeah, it was last weekend. You did trailer brakes, and you were doing all your trailer brakes and getting that all done on a Saturday, I do believe, if I'm correctly, if you're still there, Michael. Michael says ourselves. Yeah, so Michael goes through and he double checks and makes sure everything. If you got the ability and you got the skills, and he was doing truck brakes, so he does it himself. He was doing his truck brakes. How often do you check your brakes, Michael? Do you check them every other day on making sure your slack adjusters are working right and your brake depth on the pads to make sure everything's kosher to what you have it set at? Or are you doing that once a week type of thing? How often do you drain your air tanks, Kelly?
I've drained them one time this winter so far. I mean, I got a brand new truck. Far as having to worry about brakes or slack adjusters and all that, I mean, the truck ain't even got broke in yet. We've had some little issues with it, but it's warranty stuff. As far as doing other little,
but you're also running a disc system, not a drum system, right?
Disc system all the way from the truck to the trailer.
All right, so you're running all disc.
All disc, yeah.
Easier to clean, easier to inspect, easier to check.
A lot easier. Yeah, but I mean, we go through our trucks, the little minor stuff that we can do that doesn't have to go to a dealership because, like you said, our oldest truck is a 22, and that's Rob's.
Well, yeah.
So, headlights, belts, stuff like that, we fix ourselves.
Yeah. But I'm saying still, I mean, Rob still has you come in. What is it, once a month or twice a month? He has you pull in.
Just depends.
Double check, make sure everything's up to kosher. See, it's the thing. Certain owners, some of them, I mean, we were talking to some of them were going 3 months. They wouldn't.
No.
They go 3 months and then bring it in and then do a full inspection.
That ain't gonna happen with Rob. I can tell you that now.
Yeah. And it don't happen at Potato King neither, because they do theirs every week. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Rob depends on us to, let him know if something's going on. If we can fix something and not bother him about it, we'll go ahead, we'll pay for it out of pocket, get it fixed. If it's something minor, then we'll tell him, hey, I got this fixed, he'll say, send me the receipt, no problem, If you ever see us all running together and we're all bunched up, the whole fleet, including Rob, I can guarantee you there was a reason Rob came and hauled Christmas trees with us. He wanted to do a look at all his trucks all at one time. It may not have been obvious, but we knew what Rob was doing. Rob was checking the trucks.
He was making sure all his trucks were up and running, nothing didn't look out of place. And the best way to do it is be in a truck running with your trucks to see. That way you see him down the road with the load, if something's, and you say, well, no, that ain't the reason why the truck's wearing funny. That ain't why the tires are right. You can look and go, no, I don't see nothing out of place. Or he can say, oh man, that axle looks like it's turned a little bit. And that's why we've been having issues with the tires on that truck. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to see it when it's running than it is to sit there and look at it standing still, because then you're like, well, is it or isn't it? Or do I have to get out and then you're measuring and everything else?
Rob's got he's got so much other stuff going on. He depends on us a lot as far as the trucks go, keeping them up, doing everything. But I mean, you got a lot of people out here to keep eyes on us, man.
Oh yeah.
Rob gets pictures from random people all the time of us going down the road or us sitting somewhere at a shipper or whatever. You know, I mean, it's part of it. You know, but we
But
take
actually, that's
pride in what we
actually
drive in. I
but
mean,
that's actually a better system if he's getting pictures from other people, because then he's knowing truck's being taken care of. That driver's got that truck looking clean. That truck is all in the
right,
right spec. There's nothing missing. So it's it just it covers your butt because everybody else is looking at it. You're going, yeah, I know I got a high tension here to keep this truck in good shape, but it also when he gets pictures from other people, it's hey, he ain't lying to me. He didn't tell me, hey, this truck's doing something and not telling me. I can see
right.
it from other people, and this thing's doing like it, like he says. He says, truck's fine. I can see it. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean,
Same thing. Yeah.
that's a good thing because I mean, you don't get very many owners like Rob or like Don Wood or Bill Retwich or Troy Massey that goes out and spends $250,000 on a truck and go,
What
here
are you
you
talking
go,
about?
here's your new truck.
Hold on. Hold on. You got that all screwed up. I have yet to see Troy Massey spend less than a $250,000 on a truck.
Well, you know what I'm
Usually he's
saying. There's
buying.
not
Usually he's
many of
dropping
them.
about 2 mil, and he's got about 4 or 5 trucks coming in. Oh yeah, I got this
Right.
one. Yeah, I bought the whole fleet over here. I bought this. I bought that. You know.
Yeah, but you know
That's
what I'm saying. You don't have a lot of owners like that that'll company owners that'll do the things like them guys do. You know, I mean,
no because their
hell,
name.
he trusted me with almost a $500,000 truck.
Yeah.
So, and it's a good thing, and then again, it's a bad thing because you got a big reputation to uphold while you're riding down the road.
Well, yeah, but you look at it, and like you said, we understand that. We know the clout that they hold because that's their name. They know what it's got to be because it's their name on the line. Because that name on the side of that trailer says Hallahan. Name on that truck says
Yep.
Hallahan. Hallahan stands, and everybody knows if they know the person, they know the owner. High quality, professional drivers, professional looking trucks. Same thing with Troy Massey. High end
Yep.
trucks, excellent quality drivers, excellent work. I went over there and I even researched his company name under Troy and went under Troy. I did Tri-State just to see what the records are. That man's high fives, all 5 stars, crossed ratings from customers of how good his guys were talking to the people that were getting the equipment delivered or picking up, what the trucks looked like. I mean, they were given all kinds of compliments of everything, and that's what your reputation, because you don't want that to drop. Go ahead, John. I seen you with your hand up. Hold on,
I was
stop.
gonna say, I bet they don't wear flip flops and Bermuda shorts at 45-degree temperature either.
I don't know. Hold on. Don't shake your head. No, I've caught you. I have caught you. I know. I've caught you, Mr. I don't wear flip flops and Bermuda shorts. No, what is it? Khakis. I wear my khakis in my handies. Hey, I know something you don't have. I know something you
Them's
don't.
my driving shoes.
Hey, I know something you don't have.
Uh,
I bet you don't have a pair of safety dudes.
uh-uh.
Yeah, see, what's the matter with that? See, you gotta have a pair of safety dudes when you're doing your work.
Hey, but I do got these.
Well, I know that. Yeah. But you gotta have safety dudes. You see what the guy did on TikTok? They told him he couldn't come into the plant, or actually into the warehouse, to get his paperwork because he didn't have steel toe shoes on, because he had hay dudes. So what did he do? He cut the end of the boot out, took out the steel toe out of it, shoved it in his hay dudes, Walked in there. You can't wear those. So he goes over there and beats it on with a hammer. He goes, I got safety dudes on now.
Damn.
Sure did. I was like, now there's an idea to come up with.
Right.
Flip flops.
He did it just to piss off the guy at the warehouse. But
Right.
I definitely would have sat there and said, you know what? Hey, dudes, you need here. I'm gonna give you a tip. You need to put some steel toes on the end of those, or put some type of composite that don't hurt your feet, and make them safety wearable. Oh yeah.
I seen the fur lined ones.
Oh, did you?
Flip flops.
That's what Kelly.
Oh my God.
Kelly likes the furry ones. He likes.
Oh no.
He don't want his feet getting uncomfortable in that truck. He likes to wear his fuzzy flip flops. Yeah. He says it reminds him of home. He goes, "Yep, I can rub my feet in my carpet." Yep.
I don't drive with shoes on.
Don't say that because you know that's a DOT no.
They sitting right here. I can get to them quick.
Yeah,
They sit.
like that, right? Yeah, I mean, you got them on, you just ain't got them tied, right? Yeah, you got them right there. Yeah, because you're not driving right now. That's the only reason why they're off. You're just trying to let your feet air out. We got you.
I don't wear shoes like that because I don't want my form getting messed up.
We got you. Michael says I always wear steel-toed boots. Yeah, you got to, Michael, because you're in the heavy haul. Hey, even back in the day, Kelly used to wear flip-flops doing heavy haul. So
They so did.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear about the new laws that they're using to protect trucking companies now? In Iowa and Florida are backing it.
What's that?
It's here. Let me.
Which one? I've heard so damn many of them.
Hold on, I'll pull it up real quick. Hang on. No, this is new. I'll pull it up right here. Bring it on up. We'll bring it on in. We'll talk about this. Right here it is. Doop, doop, doop. Where'd it go? We're in the room. No, that ain't the one I wanted. You ding dong. Hey. All right, let me go. I'm in the wrong one. Hang on. That's what happens when you got like 7 of them in your screen. Hang on. Oh, I got crap load of stories to go through. I just pull up several of them and try to make sure. There it is. There we go. Here we go. Right here it is. Should there be laws protecting trucking companies from nuclear vindictives, which is vindictive people? Askwaves looks at how states are legislating to shield carriers from liability when accidents occur. Well, half the time it ain't the truckers. But we'll get in. I'm gonna read into this real quick and then we'll get back to it. Iowa lawmakers are considering legislation aimed at providing liability protection for trucking companies with drivers who cause accidents on the job. Who causes? It ain't drivers. It ain't truck drivers. House Study Bill 114 prevents trucking companies from being sued for direct negligence in hiring, training, supervising, or trusting an employee and their drivers are involved in serious crashes. Well, on that situation, 90% of the accidents are because of four-wheelers cutting drivers off. Now, there is that 10% that we do have people that don't know what they're doing, and they get a license and get behind the wheel and still don't know what they're doing. On that, the bill would also cap non-traumatic damages at $1 million if anyone does try to sue for cases involving commercial vehicle truck drivers. Non-traumatic damages are a form of compensation that accidents for an injured person's pain, emotional distress, suffering, and other similar issues related to an accident. The bill excludes cases in which the driver is under the influence of drugs, alcohol, or other substance. Supporters of this bill say it aims to protect trucking industry from so-called nuclear vindicts and rising insurance rates. Well, we know what the nuclear vindicts are. It's where people are just cutting somebody off in a truck and then they get hit and then they're suing them for everything they can because, oh, I got whiplash, my neck. That kind of crap. But it's not only is this happening in Iowa. Iowa ranks one of the most top states to do business. Representative Bill Gastoff, Republican, Des Moines, said during a committee hearing on the bill January 31st, we are trying to keep it that way and avoid some of the nuclear vindicts that we have seen in a lot of these other states. And I tell you, another state that's getting involved in this is the state of Florida. We'll get down here. As of the nuclear vindicts have a rock sky since 2011. In August 2021, a Florida jury awarded a record $1 billion invict with $1 billion in a case involving two trucking companies for the death of an 18-year-old man, Connor DeZoin. The DeZoin family was awarded $100 million for pain and suffering, $900 in punitive damages for negligent hiring and retaining against one of the trucking companies. Later that same year, a Texas jury awarded $730 million to the survivors of Tony Combest, a 73-year-old woman who was killed in a 2016 Combest vehicle collided with an oversized cargo vehicle truck hauling a propeller for the United States nuclear submarine in Titus County, Texas. So let me get back over here. This is just some of the stuff that we're getting into. All right, we'll bring this back up like this. Oh, well, nope, I got rid of them. Where'd they go? No, we're going to bring them over here. Do it this way. There we go. I can understand where they're wanting to set it at $1 million. All right, this is the reason why trucking companies a lot of them are self-insured if they're big enough, like your megas, and don't have the money have the money to be able to fork out stuff like this. But like where that happened, the lady ran into a back of a transport truck, heavy haul, and hit a propeller and killed herself. And the jury awarded her $750 million to the family because she ran into the back of the propeller. And that was for the U.S. military for our nuclear submarine. Like the other one. I mean, what's your thoughts on that, John?
My thoughts are they're going after what they can steal from hardworking citizens and drivers out there. I mean, we've seen this going on for years in California where one would be in front, one would come in behind, and you would do a slam on the brakes, and the truck driver hit the one in front, and the guy would run in the back end, and they both come out with millions of dollars and walk away and live a great life. They don't even care what they look like or how they get disfigured or whatever. I mean, we got people pulling in front of us every day, slamming on the brakes, hoping we hit them.
I tell you another good example. I had the video. I just didn't put it up. But he did post it on his Facebook and his TikTok of a good friend of ours, Steve Holderman. Where he said when he got out to check on him, he thought the guys were panicking. I mean, he got over a lane. They come over into his truck. They knew exactly where to hit on that car and hit the truck where they wouldn't flip and they wouldn't get hurt. And he pushed them all the way until he got stopped. And then when he got out of the truck and went over there, he goes, they all three had their phones in their hand and they were just sitting there like this, calm as can be. I mean, if that ain't a setup, I don't know what is. I mean, who's going to sit there, standing there that you're right there, less than 6 inches from the nose of a Kenworth or a Peterbilt, that you can take your hand and put the grill on the truck and not be flipped out and be jumping out of the car and go, oh my God, you tried to kill me. You know, and they all got out of the car and they were just sitting there like, hey, no big deal. Like it was nothing.
Yep. I mean, he
I think
he
that's
literally
what they're
moved
trying to stop.
over. Yeah, he literally moved over, and the car got right up to the edge of his bumper and turned left on him.
Yeah.
I seen it. I seen the video.
Purposely. Yeah. I mean, you can see it perfectly.
He just
He got right up to where the driver door would meet the bumper and just, where it would do less damage on the truck. So the truck could keep driving, but it wouldn't hurt the car neither. But it would give them some type of money out of it. Yeah. This is the stuff that we see all the time. And I think that's what that law that they're trying to put through, that Bill 114, would be a good bill. Stop it at $1 million.
no. Why don't they do like they did the law in Florida with malpractice?
No,
You know,
well,
if
see,
you
no.
yeah, but if you sue a doctor for malpractice in the state of Florida, you're capped out at $250,000.
Yeah, well, that's what Florida's trying to do now. They're trying to set this. They're tapped out at $1 million.
Cap it out less than that.
But well, I mean, if you get a
You'll
total
put-
out of your car,
you'll
so
put
I
a
mean, it's
small-
$100,000. So if the
You'll put
jury,
a small man out of business.
yeah, but no, not if it's done through the insurance. The insurance ain't paying $1 billion. They're only forking out $1 million, and your insurance on your truck is covered at what? Now they're what, 2.5, 2 to 2.5 million.
Some are that, some are higher. It just depends
only
on what
paying half
policy
that.
you got. Yeah, but I mean, guess who's gonna have to eat that after they pay that out?
Yeah,
The owner of
but
the
I'm
company.
just saying. But what I'm saying is,
Your
it's better than,
insurance is gonna go
well,
up.
it's better than having a small guy. What I'm saying, it's better than having a small guy sit there and have to fork out like that one with $930 million.
Yeah,
Total of $1 billion.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, that's
$930
just
million. I can understand.
well, that's
that
just like
16-year-old kid
that Warner
who lost his
that
life.
accident. Yeah, that's just like that accident in Texas with that Warner driver. It wasn't his fault at all,
No.
and Warner had to pay out $750 million.
Yeah.
That was
Because that's what they're
nonsense.
doing. Because they're going, and this is why Iowa, the state of Florida, and I think Texas is fixing to join on this boat to sit there and eliminate them eating that kind of money. Because then when they realize
Right.
they ain't profit in it, maybe this shit will
Yeah.
quit. You know, hey, oh, you're only going to get topped out on $1 million. Huh? What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's,
Michael
I
said,
mean,
I
but that's
actually have
ridiculous.
people trying to drive into me with my oversized loads. Yeah, they do it
Oh,
on
I have.
purpose. Yeah,
Oh,
because they want insurance
I've
money.
had it.
Oh,
I've had it.
Your truck.
I've had it happen to me more than one time where people tried to run up beside me when I was running oversized,
Oh
12,
no,
14 foot
better not
wide,
be
just
like the
get
one I
all
was
up on
trying to
top
get
of
to
me.
my exit. I went from the
Yeah.
left hand lane across.
Yep.
Yeah.
You remember
The
that
one-
one?
Yeah, the one you
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
just saying. I mean, that's what they're trying to stop. Because who knows how much money she got out of Valley? You know she
None.
got something out of it. No,
Nothing.
she may have been
No.
at fault. Something would have. She would have got something out of it because her attorney would have made a deal. Really?
Zero. Goose egg. Wasn't her car.
Oh,
The car was
so it wasn't
not
her car.
insured. The car was not insured. Was not
Oh,
her
wow.
car. I was not ticketed at all. She was ticketed, and my dash cam is what got her.
Well, yeah, your dash cam's what covered your ass because
And it got her.
He
Because
tried-
soon as
yeah,
the
he
officer,
tried to blame you as hard as, oh, he wasn't in control of his truck. He hit me and pushed me off the road. Yeah, I know.
yeah, I'm 3 lanes. I'm 3 lanes over, but I hit her. Yeah,
Yeah, she's the one that went from the far left all the way across.
yeah, to get off on 40. Yeah, but no, they the dash cam footage. As soon as the DOT officer seen the dash cam footage, he walked around my truck, looked at my truck. He said, "Give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna finish the report, and you can go. Anything wrong with the truck?" I said, "My bumper, it's bent, but I mean, I can pull that out. It's not hurting anything. It ain't pushed in that
It
bad.
ain't keeping me from driving. Yeah.
It ain't keeping me from getting where I'm going. You know, he did an inspection of the load to make sure nothing shifted and all of that. Checked everything. Brought me my paper. Brought me the thing.
Probably said, "How
Have a
much
good
is the
day,
bumper?"
driver.
Oh, damn, that's a
Yeah.
$3,000 bumper, man. I gotta have that. Tell her to pay for it. Oh, I'm
But no,
sorry,
I
it's a
mean,
Roadworks bumper. I'm sorry, it's $5,000. My bad. It's a Roadworks bumper. I didn't see the
right.
RW on there. Yeah, my bad. It's a Roadworks bumper. I gotta get it
But
back.
no, they didn't get nothing out of that. Not a dime.
Well, good. I know you got something on your mind, John. Go ahead and speak it.
That's just like the one I had there, the accident I had in Spokane. I wasn't found guilty of or didn't do anything wrong. I was in the left lane. I'd gotten in the left lane when I had a guy pulling a camper, 80 some years old, pull right into my front axle, knocked my hubcap covers off, my
Yeah.
nut covers, and I just ripped him a new front end and all the way down the side of that damn pickup and trailer because he kept coming over in front of me. You know, as I'm sitting in that left lane, we're doing 2 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean,
he
it's like
tried
that
to say
one.
that
It's like
he
the one
tried
that
to
they
say
had
I
on.
came over into him. Yeah.
It's like the one we had that we seen. I think you sent me the video, and someone else sent me the video. Or where that camper, the camper in the truck was going through the construction zone, trying to pass the semi, and still ended up hitting the semi, destroying the guy's pickup. And what did he wanted to do? Blame the truck driver. It's his fault. When he showed him
Yep.
the dash cam, it was a whole different ball game. But yeah,
Yep.
I mean, stupid stuff like, come on, if you ain't out in front of it, don't try to pass it in where the road is narrowing. Come on,
Exactly.
it just don't make sense, and these people are just not making sense. They
Well,
really
they're in so big a hurry to get no place,
Well, go
Charles.
ahead, get what do you got, Michael? Oh, Michael says I got a good one for you. What do you got, Michael? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? I want to hear. Hey, Michael, if you go to my page or you go to I didn't put it on YouTube because it's harder for me to do it. But if you go to the Facebook page, look at where it says the duck, you can come online. You can actually join us in this conversation. You know, everybody likes to see who Michael is. You know, that heavy hauler with that new Landau. Sitting in a dock for 2 hours and 2 hours, get chased out, getting yelled at for hitting someone's truck when she didn't get anywhere close to me when I backed in. Oh, so you were sitting at a dock for 2 hours, then getting chased out and yelled at for hitting someone else's truck that you weren't even close to. Gotcha. I think that's what you're trying to say. I think that's what he's trying to say. Hold on. There's you know who I don't see? I don't know where everybody's at tonight. I mean, did I catch everybody in a bad spot or a bad mood? Because I haven't seen Trucker Frank G ain't come in. The Raging Cajun ain't come in and said hi. And I started my time at my normal hour.
He got a boo boo. He got a boo boo.
Well, he got a boo boo.
Yeah, he got a cut on his pinky finger.
Oh hell! Well, that sucks.
Did it swollen up?
Looked like a bee sting.
Oh, well, you know he can't hold that little steering wheel. Can't hold that little steering wheel. Hold on, got to shift. Yeah.
Yeah, he got
What?
a little bee
Oh,
sting on his pinky finger.
Michael says it cost me my wife and daughter riding because I had witnesses. but it cost him. They couldn't ride with him no more because he had his wife and daughter as witnesses that he didn't hit this lady. But then the company punished him and told him, "Well, your wife and
Yeah.
daughter can't ride with you no more." That see, and that's a bull. And that would be a company that I would say, you know what, screw you. They just saved you a shitload of money, and then you're gonna tell me they can't ride with me no more? See,
Right.
I'd go to
Yeah.
another job. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I mean, that's ridiculous. That really is. On that note, let's go to one more commercial and then we'll be cutting it out of here because I'm trying to keep them down to an hour, or at least around an hour because of other reasons. Alrighty. Who else do we got going on? We got our bullshit commercial.
We're the last of the cowboys. There are folks out here who still take pride in their everyday ride. Those who know if a job's worth doing, well, it's worth doing right. Bull Snot. Great products for real people.
Going on TikTok, Southern Slim Cowboy here. I just want to come on here and say for my buddy over with Left Lane with Lefty, got his shirt on. Appreciate the shirt, bud. I ain't got no issues with it. Fits great for me. He's got these in black and white. He might be working on more colors down the road. I believe these are coming up, and you for sale if you want one. So, go give him a follow on here if you haven't already. Awesome guy. He loves to go to the shows, do videos going down the road of recording trucks. Go check him out. Thanks, Lefty.
Got to do the tag. You know how that goes. Got to do the tag. So what's going on with you, Joe?
Not a whole lot.
You've been home for what? I think we talked on Sunday, and then you said you were going to be home for 3 or 4 days, and then you were heading back out.
Yeah, I left out on Thursday.
Oh, did you?
I actually left out on Monday night to pick up on Thursday morning. Or Thursday afternoon, I'm sorry. I mean, Wednesday night for Thursday pickup.
Yeah. Not bad.
And then I got out here, and I'm hoping to get my 34 in before I have to go to my delivery point tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Just hang on back there. Just give it a minute. No, you're good. So, other than that, everything else has been going good. You actually had a pretty good week. Got some time off and actually clear your head. I've seen you made a couple other videos I've seen.
Yes, I did.
Those were pretty good. They were pretty good.
Well, thank you. I'm trying
And
to
if
get
you
the
guys get a
message out
chance
there.
to check out John Freese with Truckers Heart of Gold. That is his page. That's his group. The man's got tons of content, tons of knowledge. The man ain't been out here on the road for 45 years for nothing. Just saying. And he don't have no problems giving you the information. Really don't. So if you guys get a chance, go check out his page, Truckers Heart of Gold, and it's also his group. So, as you were saying.
So yeah, it was a beautiful trip on the way out here. The weather was great. So first time in a while.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, the weather was nice here too. I mean, it was nice all the way up until Friday. Friday we got it was nice. It was 70 degrees in the morning. By noon, it was already 25 degrees. We were getting snow flurries and ice. And then by the time I got home, my windshield wipers were icing up from the rain. And then Saturday was a cool start in the morning, but it was a beautiful day. I mean, a beautiful sunshiny day. And then today we were at, I think 58 today, and it was nice and beautiful sunny. Right now, I guarantee it, because I'm already in my sweating. I even got the fan on, and I'm thinking it would be cold. No, it's probably about 60 degrees in here, so it's comfortable. But it's supposed to be in the 70s the rest of the week. So that's going to be nice and sunny. So that means I'm actually going to be able to enjoy myself going down instead of having to drive through rain or freezing cold like I have the last 3 or 4 times going to do
Right.
these visits. Yeah.
You'll have to send me that stuff on Bullsnot because I got to get a hold of him. Because I've been trying to get Love's and some of these other places to get the stuff in there. They got the
You ever get a
grease
chance to
stuff.
go by Iowa 80?
No.
No, too far out of your way?
Yep.
Well, that sucks.
Got to remember, I kind of
just-
stick between a line between La Crosse and
Yeah.
Oregon.
Yeah. Well, I know he just got the full lineup, and I mean every product that he has just now been introduced to Iowa 80 truck stop. So if anybody goes to Iowa 80 truck stop, you will find every piece of product that he has, from the curable, the waxable, the leatherable, or which is the hideable, the visible, the polishable, the dashable, the tireable, which is the tire for not the tire dressing, but this is for mounting and dismounting tires. It has that product there. It also has the aluminable, and it has a couple others. So yeah, they got the full lineup on it. Yeah.
Well, what I've seen in Love's in the northwestern area has been the can of grease, the sprayable grease.
Yeah, the greasable.
Yep, and I don't understand why they aren't carrying the other stuff. When they ask them about it, they don't even know anything about the other stuff. They just know about the grease.
It
So
might be because someone just asked for the grease, and maybe they're just trying to see if the grease will sell. But all you got to do is tell them, hey, we know you can get it. We want it.
Yep.
And we demand it. And that's all you got to do is say, hey, it's the ask about it challenge. And you ask them about it, and they'll give it to you. Yep. And that's one of the things about Bullsnot, because that's one of his things. It's ask them. They can carry it because he supplies TA and Petro, Flying J, and Pilot in certain locations. But he does have it at Love's, and they're covered. And he also has them in Canada. And I did hear something about maybe our guys from down under will be getting some down there in a few months.
Cool.
It's supposed to be opening up. So he's making it. He's branching out in other countries now, which is actually means it's actually doing really, really good. If he's getting it going to Australia, and he's getting it to go to Canada, and in the United States, that's 3 so far, and he's working on a few others, which I don't know all the details. I just know some.
Did you get that video I sent you on how the driver was sitting back there, and when he was asked how often he checks his oil, he never checks his oil between oil changes?
Yes, I did. And that's why we come up with the maintenance on. That's why I was bringing up the maintenance on the truck. How often do you check? You're supposed to check it every day. You're supposed to check it at your post-trip and at your pre-trip to make sure you ain't lost any oil.
Right.
But I am going to do this. I am running on a short time frame. So I hate to do this to y'all, but we are in a 1 hour and 20 minutes. And I got to get off of here because I have other things that I need to do. So on that note, I'm not trying to be rude to all y'all, but I love all y'all. But we are out of here, and I will see you on the next episode, which will be this coming up weekend. Hopefully everything will go like it should be when I go get my medicine. If it don't, you all know about it. So on that note, I am going to get out of here.
God bless.
But I love y'all, and I will see y'all later. Where'd it go? Right here. John, tell everybody, see you.
Bye.
Sure don't know, I know a turn.